So when you measure your progress in trading, the first that comes to mind is probably how many percent you make per month and different types of objectives you want to achieve or reach. It could be, I want to pass this prop firm challenge, I want to get a payout, I want to make this amount per month. But when you're learning forex trading or in general, that's not the best way to measure your progress. Because let's say that you, for example, lose 10% a month, but the next month you lose 5%, and the next month you lose 3%. Wouldn't you say that that's progress as well? Even though you still didn't make money in trading, you lost less money. And what ends up happening for a lot of people is that they simply focus on the days where they get their A plus setup and how much they make on that particular day. But that's oftentimes the easiest part to execute that particular day because the market gives you something and it's really obvious. But what about all those other days where you don't get a setup or you have to go break even or manage risk? Yesterday was one of those days where I could have traded, but since I've progressed, I noticed that the market was trying to trap people and trap traders. And that's exactly what ended up happening. If I wouldn't have been experienced and just focused on my A plus setup, the days which work, and measured my success based on that, then I could have easily lost 1% yesterday. So that's actually progress as well. Capital preservation, not being trapped or manipulated by the market, and simply understanding which days you shouldn't be trading as well. But people mistake that for not making progress because on paper I haven't made any money, but I haven't lost either, and I should have lost if I didn't understand that I shouldn't have traded yesterday. So actually the difference is 1%. I should have been 1% in loss yesterday, but I didn't. So technically, long term, I made 1% yesterday. And this is where a lot of traders get things wrong because they expect things to happen really quickly. They're not able to sit down and be patient and wait. They're afraid of silence. They're afraid of stillness because we get so focused on distracting ourselves, running away from boredom, our own mind, our own thoughts, and we try to do the same in trading as well. Even though I passed phase 1 on a 100k challenge and a 10k challenge last week, my mind still focuses on the next trade the next day because that dopamine, that joy only lasts for a short period of time and then you want the next hit. So what you need to understand is that this is a long-term game. You are playing chess or poker. Only difference is there are no rules in this market, but you have to apply some of the same concepts. You have to be really patient in chess. You can't just go straight for the queen or the king because you want to take that out quickly. You have to be strategic, you have to play slow, and you have to wait for your opponent to slip up or make a mistake, and then you can start to capitalize and turn the tables. It's the same in trading as well. Some days the market are really strong and you can't beat the market. The market is really strong and you don't have an edge, and those days you should be focused on capital preservation defense. It's the same in combat sports. If you just want to strike and hit your opponent, then you're not playing correctly. First you have to focus on defense, then when you see an opening you can strike. It's the same in the market. You can't just go straight for the 5-hour, 10-hour trade. You have to be patient. You have to understand those days when the market just wants to manipulate you and to take your capital, and you have to have a really good defense strategy against those days, because that's the days where most people bleed out. And the market is really good at giving you the illusion that the days where it doesn't work is the same as the days where it works, because one day you can get your setup and it's clear and it works. Another day you can get something that looks like your setup, but deep down you know that it's not your setup, and your intuition tells you that today isn't the day to strike, but it looks similar to your setup, so you try anyway and you lose. That's the issue. Especially after a big win, most traders don't realize that they have to take a step back. They have to let the market do what it needs to do, and you can't always expect a big winner the following week after a big winner. So I made 10% last week, and I'm not expecting to make 10% this week as well. It may happen, and if it happens, I would capitalize on it, but I'm more selective with what I'm engaging in, and I'm not just jumping in here and trying to catch another big winner. I quickly understand when the market isn't likely to move the way I need it to move to make profits, and I'll just let the market be. I let other people take whatever trades they want to take, and eventually it's not fun to say, but give their capital to the market. Those days when you're not trading, just look at it as someone else. Obviously, someone else is making money. Their strategy works that day, but a lot of people just push the button because some days a very few people make money. Some days a lot of people make money. Those days where few people make money, that's actually the day where the market collects the money that you are going to grab another day. So if you're not trading a particular day, just look at it, especially if the market looks difficult and choppy that day. Look at it as someone else is giving their money to the market today, and I'm going to come in tomorrow or next week or next month and collect that money. But I have to be patient. And then when you manage to preserve your capital, your mental capital, your account capital, and not get fooled by the market, that's actually when you wait for your A+ setup and strike and take what's yours. When you're in this game long enough, you don't even want to be trading every single day, because you don't want to feel that constant tension. And some traders even go to the doctor because their blood pressure is too high. They get all these issues. Like, you don't want that either. You want to trade some days when you get your A+ setup. The other days you can identify that the market isn't going to give me anything today. I can move on. I can live my life. I can enjoy my life, which is probably why most people went into trading in the first place, because you want to be able to have freedom and do the things you want to do. So just don't force trades, be patient. Eventually, if you get enough capital, you don't need to trade every single day. If I make 10% a month on one trade, like last week, that's all I need for that month. And I don't need to stress about, oh, I need to make more. Like, that's all I need. Then I can wait for the next month. I don't care what happens in the market every single day. I don't care about every single candle. Like, I couldn't care less. And that's pretty much it. And if you want to join my Discord, the link is in the bio. And I do daily market analysis, and I'll give you my trading strategy if you want to see how I'm trading. If you want to work with me one-on-one and join my mentorship, just click the link in my IG bio and we can do a call there. That's it for today. I wish you good luck, be patient, and I'll see you